Planning Commission meeting to order at 5:36, so let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a reminder that this meeting's being recorded, and our first order of business is to accept the minutes from our February 25th meeting. I'm not sure if you've all had a chance to look at them.
I make a motion to accept the minutes from the February 25th meeting with the revisions.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that was unanimous. And we have two agenda items. The first being to review and approve the playground equipment, which I've emailed to everyone. I can pull it up on my computer if you want to look at it again, or if we just want to have a discussion, if everyone thinks they know which company they thought was the best. Or we can look at the prices again, we can look at the PDFs again. Let me just pull up game time first. So this was the one, the game time was the one that we all thought we liked the last time we met. I'm just gonna pull up the pricing too, just so we can look at it, compare it. That's not it.
The battery's really slow.
Come on. I think it was this. Alright, let's just look at this.
Is there a way to put it up on the screen?
Probably not. Okay. So we've kind of already seen this, just not in this nice format that they've given us. It's the same equipment that we talked about in the last meeting.
I didn't get the pictures.
No. There's the big thing in the middle.
Yeah, I like that. That's one I like.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that rock wall feature too.
I just want to try to open up the pricing.
So that's not the most expensive one, right?
I think that's the least expensive one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so, yeah. 163,
Yeah, because
That's
didn't you
it.
say the most expensive one was?
the Compman. So I think we were looking at game time or landscape structures.
Yeah.
And I can pull up landscape structures again too.
Yeah,
just
because
to-
originally it was landscape structures that we liked, and so we asked the other ones to go back.
Oh,
and,
was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look at landscape again
And then
too
we asked the others to go back and come up with similar designs.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought landscape came in at 163 though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Before?
They were 169 before.
Because now it says 190.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they
Oh,
changed
because we
stuff.
changed some stuff, yeah.
Oh, right, yep.
And what we liked about it was were the
Okay,
floating,
yes.
the floating discs that the kids could walk across on that second slide.
All right, so
And
let's
that's
look
what
at
made
this.
us
Yep.
push to get the other quotes to similar, but neither of the other two companies put those in either of their designs.
True. Okay, so let's look at this. This is pretty cool. This the added one that this looks different than what we saw before. This thing right here.
I think it's just a better picture of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this
I
is,
mean, keep in mind, we don't need to finalize the equipment right now, we just need to finalize the design
Yeah.
to pick the manufacturer.
yep. So this is what the one we had discussed last time gave us a little bit of a better picture of what it would look like. And they added this thing, right?
Yeah,
The
instead of
climber.
instead of those,
Yeah.
that bar climber.
Okay. So there's this one, and then there's this one. This one's 163, this one's 190, but the other one, Game Time, didn't include the structure we asked them to, right?
Right. But we can always
We can
change that
change it, yeah.
if we like game time is better.
Okay.
Because we don't need to decide on the final pieces right now, we just need to decide on the vendor,
Yeah.
And I think we all like game time is the best, and they're also the least expensive.
Yeah.
Even with changing out one of the structures for that floating, I don't remember what it's called, it's like a sway walk.
Oh,
It's
on
right
the
here, right?
climber,
It's
yeah,
like what
like
Mason
a
Road has
drawbridge
those
type of
little-
thing, yeah.
No, it's like those little pads that are hanging from
Oh.
chains.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta walk across
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was the piece that we liked from the other one that they were supposed to put back in, and
Okay.
they didn't.
So are we thinking Game Time because of this new proposal and the price, or are we still, is landscape still on the,
I would say game time.
Yeah.
I like that one.
We all like.
that's the one I liked, but maybe because the picture was so nice.
Well, and that's just it. And last time
Yeah.
we saw it, the pictures were really, really low resolution.
Yeah, that was the one that we could barely see, right?
Right.
Yep, okay. So should we go to approve that? Or
So it's game time, right?
Game
Yeah.
Time, yes?
Well, so I will make a motion to accept the renderings from Game Time vendor. Is that all that it's called?
Yeah, Game
It's-
Time Play.
I think it's MRC, it's MRC and it's game time.
MRC Game Time.
And I guess, well, we'll do that first.
All right, I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous vote. And then the other question I had is, we, can go with the furniture that is under Game Time, or we could go with the furniture that is under landscape or Compman, but I believe, looking at the prices, that Game Time is still the most reasonable for the furniture as well.
There wasn't really much difference in the furniture, right?
No, it will be like very similar.
Yeah, as long as we really needed to narrow down the plan tonight,
Yep,
and then we can change things around.
yep. So I
Okay.
think we're good with Game Time. We can-
Yeah, and I do not think that using multiple vendors for.
Yeah, I did really want to get into that.
It's
That's
gonna
confusing.
it'll get confusing, and
Yeah.
financially, it'll just
Yeah,
not be clean, and I'd rather stick with one supplier so that it's clean.
yep.
Yeah, I agree.
We're gonna run out of time. You know, we're gonna run out of time if we keep postponing.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Exactly,
think
no,
we
so,
need to
yeah.
do this
We'll stay
tonight.
with
Yeah,
game
we're
time
good.
for everything. I mean, their pricing was, I think, a little bit less expensive than the others, and the benches and the styles are all the same.
Right.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to give a quick rundown of the timeline, since we're pretty much up against our July 1st construction start. I talked to Michael, and I've also talked to Olivia and John, and right now it looks like we approve this tonight. The next step is to advertise and post the site work bid opportunity and pull the contract documents. So that will happen in April, and then we're gonna go to bid and award the bid by the end of May. And then in June, they'll pull permits and everything, and then we'll start construction on July 1st. So that is where we're at right now with the timeline, and we're also, I gotta-
So put out for bid for the construction company? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the site work. Yeah, I think that's.
Is that statewide?
I don't have the answer for that.
Okay.
You know that, Roberta?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I can ask.
No, is that July 1st date okay with the grant?
That's when we have to start anyway for the grant.
I thought it was we had to start it by June 26th. Is it? Okay.
I looked at it again.
So just so I have that right, the timeline of the construction, we had to make the approval of the plan tonight, then post the site bid in April,
Yeah.
and award whoever's going to do it at the end of May.
Yep,
And then the construction is slated to start in July.
yes.
Okay.
And it will be complete by, I think it's June 30th of 2026.
That's when it has to be
Yeah,
completed
that's
by,
what,
yeah.
yeah.
It should be completed way before that.
It has to be completed by that because that's our
Yeah,
timeline
that's
within
our
the grant.
Yep. And I don't have a clear understanding yet of when we have to come together as a commission to approve the bids, or if that's our responsibility, so I'll need to follow up with you guys about that and put some meetings on the calendar if needed.
Okay.
All right.
So I think that's all I have for the playground. I don't know if anybody has questions or anything else we need to talk about.
Are they gonna do like a breaking ground event for the playground?
That's a good idea. Down.
Huh.
I like that.
I would assume so, because it's a
Yeah, that's right.
grant from the state, right?
Yeah. Okay, I can look into that and we can talk about it more at our next meeting.
Okay.
Do you wanna move on to the yard sale logistics? So Jen emailed me today to let me know that, the Recreation Commission is on the Selectmen's agenda for April 7th, for permission to hold the yard sale on June 21st from 8 to 2 p.m. for the sale of maps. And then 7 to 10 a.m. at the town hall with a rain date of June 22nd. And Jen is hoping to be the one to go to that meeting on April 7th to ask for permission to hold the yard sale.
What was the time for the yard sale again?
It's June 21st
Yeah.
from 8 to 2.
Okay. And at the town hall is from what, 7?
7 to 10 is when they'll be doing the maps.
Oh, the maps.
Yeah, selling the maps. I know last year we had some, I don't know if I can pull it up quickly, but we had some notes from after the yard sale that we wanted to change a few things. If I can find it.
Yard sale 7A to 10A, selling maps. What else? I'm sorry, I was still
No, it's
trying
all
to
right.
get caught up.
On the 21st, it'll be 8 to 2 for the yard sale, and then 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the sale of maps.
Okay.
What was the rain date?
22nd.
May 22nd.
And is it gonna be, so people are gonna be able to put their address through the website onto the map, right?
Yeah, did we do the online version, or did people have to come into the office to sign up last year? Do you remember?
I think we did it online.
Yeah, didn't we make a Google form?
I think the date is June.
Yeah, it's June 21st and 22nd.
Why did I write May? I'm like, you guys, you're wrong.
Alright, okay. So yeah, I found Jen's notes from last year. Okay, so she made that change. One suggestion was to go until 2 p.m., so we changed that. The other suggestion was to do it the same weekend as the Boy Scouts, but I think we decided not to do that because we felt like that would take away from some of their sales.
Well, and the Boy Scouts is Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it in June. Signage was an issue last year, just putting some signs out front saying that the maps are for sale. So we can talk about how we're gonna do that. So we basically have the Google form created already, so we can just update that, put it back on the website.
Yeah, I'll find it on my drive and update the dates and send it to everyone for review.
Okay. And do we have a date in mind where we would need the addresses? I think last year we did like a week in advance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Was it a week or was it 2 weeks?
Could have been 2 weeks because we still need to get it printed.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So do you want to, probably should set it at like June 6th as the day that we finalize the addresses, put them on the map. One thing also last year that we were talking about and we didn't get to was going to businesses and asking for sponsorships to promote their business on the back of the map. Is that something we want to look into again, or should we just stick with simply the addresses on the map?
It's not a bad idea.
So you're saying to have businesses
Like
contribute to the
advertisements, yeah.
cost of the making the map, to advertise on the map? That's a good idea.
I can get it on the calendar too. I don't know if it's on, well, it can't get on the calendar till after the 7th, but once that happens and it'll go on the calendar, we can start promoting it more. But I think other than that, we're in a good spot. I don't know if there's anything else that we want to try to do differently. Last year we had,
Last year, so.
last year we had about
Missed it.
30 houses that participated.
Mhm.
And we sold 40 something maps, I believe. So we'll just keep on trying to
What were
increase
we
it.
charging, like $2?
Yeah, it was only $2. Okay, so that's good. Is there, do we wanna put some dates on the calendar for upcoming meetings, or do we just wanna wait and see when we need to meet again for the playground? I don't know if it's easier, given our schedules are getting busier in the spring, if we
Mhm.
put some dates on the calendar now.
Yeah.
Or
I
at
think
least
it'd be
talk
easier
about
to
it.
put them on, get the meeting
Yeah.
reserved, and if we cancel them, we cancel them.
Yeah, okay.
Better than
So
trying to scramble at the last minute and get notice out that there's a meeting happening.
you tell me you probably have the most night issue.
Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm
Are the
free.
days you can do it, okay. What about you?
Tuesdays, is that Board of Health?
But what days can you do it?
Oh, the other days are fine.
Okay. What about you, Chris? Are Monday and
What
Wednesdays
month are we
okay?
talking about? April?
Just in general.
We'll put
Or-
it through the end of the year.
I can do any time pretty much.
Okay.
I'll cancel if necessary.
I'm the only difficult one.
Jen has water sewer on Wednesdays generally, so. The only thing is if we pick Mondays, the selectmen are every other Monday, so we'd have to have the small room, which is really not a big deal.
I would say there's only 5 of us.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, Sam, will we know ahead of time? It's selectmen every other Monday, but to use that room, who else, what other groups are up here?
Yeah, Monday is usually just selectmen,
Okay,
so you guys would be fine.
Okay.
that might be better. We
So
don't have to run
stick
into
with
them.
Mondays. Yep.
Right.
I don't mind changing it. But tentatively, we'll say Mondays, we'll confirm with her, but I know she's got water sewer usually on Wednesdays, so.
Okay. So let's just try to do Mondays then. Today's the 26th, so maybe we could start with the Monday, the 28th. And then the next one we could do, well, May 26th, I don't know, that's Memorial Day, so that's a probably no-go.
Yeah, so we could just move it to the following week.
Yep.
Monday, May what? April, I'm sorry.
April 28th, and then.
There's a selectmen meeting, so we'd have to be over there.
All right, well, we could do the 21st. We could go 21 and then the 19th in May.
Anyone planning on going away for school vacation?
Town hall might be closed on the 21st. I don't know if it's the
That's
same
school
here, but
vacation
in
week?
Alfred it is, because the
All right.
20th is
First.
Easter.
Oh, yeah. All right, 28th it is, and then we can do June 2nd.
Well, do we feasibly anticipate needing to meet in the next couple of weeks for the start of the bid process with the playground?
I don't have the answer for that yet.
So do we want to maybe schedule the 7th or the 14th?
They have a meeting that night too.
And then
I don't think we need to come twice
Yeah, I
in
don't-
1 month.
I don't think
So-
we're going to have to do anything to start the bid process. I think we'll have to meet to approve it, which would be,
Because we're okaying it now, right? So
So when's the bid deadline?
so the
If we're
bid,
making a decision by the end of May, when's the deadline for bidders to
the
submit?
deadline would be like around May 23rd, which we might just have to meet on that Wednesday, or I guess the 2nd is probably okay. Yeah, we probably want to.
So they're gonna do a 2-month bid process?
No, I think that we have to advertise it for 4 weeks before they can then go, then they'll put the pricing together. And that takes another 3 or 4 weeks. So by the time it's,
Well, I'm just, the only reason I'm saying that is because if we have to make a decision by the end of May, we need at least a couple of weeks to review the bids. Or whoever's gonna be reviewing it needs a couple of weeks to review the bids, depending on how many come in. So that the deadline for submission has to be before the end of May. Like, at least a couple of weeks before the end of May.
I don't think it's gonna take a couple weeks. As far as I know, it was like a 5-day process of checking references, and I don't think we would be doing that.
I don't think so either.
That was what Michael thought. So let me just look at that again. So he said that he would budget 3 to 4 weeks to get it advertised and posted. So that brings it to April 25th to go to bid. Then another 4 weeks for the contractors to price the project and submit their bids. So he was estimating about May 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just need a few days to check references. So he thought we could award it by the 28th or the 29th. And he said, I assume the awarding of the bid will require a vote from the commission.
Mm-hmm.
So if he thinks that we'll be able to award it by the 28th or 29th, I'm assuming that we could probably wait till the 2nd, unless we want to try to throw a meeting on the 28th.
Well, but that's just it. If we have to vote, we have to meet before that day, even if he's anticipating that it gets awarded, because it can't get awarded until we vote.
right.
So it would have to be the week before the 26th or the 27th or 28th that we would have to meet if we're gonna have to vote. So we should probably get a meeting on the calendar just in case. If we don't need it, we don't need it, but I'd rather have it than us scrambling the week before to get it posted in time so that we don't miss any cutoffs if they're planning on breaking ground July 1st.
I just don't know if I don't know yet if need to, like, what part of it are we gonna be involved in, and, yeah.
So tomorrow, reach out to
Yeah, I'll
the
just-
assistant TA
yeah.
and ask those questions, and then it's easy for us to regroup for
Right.
extra meeting in May.
Yeah.
May, you know, we already lose the 26th
Yeah, I was
because it's
gonna say,
Memorial Day.
That would've been the perfect day, so I don't
So
know.
we can't do that day. I mean, we just have to, and we also have to remember we need 48 business hours.
Right.
So like, we can't say on a Friday that we want it on a Monday because we
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yep,
I think we have April's. Want to pick one for June and then we'll circle back for May? Or do you just want to do, we know we have April's, and then once you get those questions answered, we can figure out what we're gonna do for
Yeah.
May? Ideally, I would love to just do one meeting and not come twice.
let's just
You know?
do June 2nd, because it's right before when we have to have the yard sale addresses. So we could talk about the yard sale on June 2nd and potentially award the bid if needed. And then then I can throw another meeting in May on the calendar once I hear back from them. Cause those dates are just estimates, like, I don't
Right.
know if that's gonna be exactly on May 23rd, that it could be sooner, it could be a week later, I don't know. I think after today, we can start that process and they'll start advertising the bids that's opening.
Should we move it from the 2nd to the 9th, just in case that last week, the week of, you know, going into Memorial Day is when they start doing references, and then the week after, we'll have some info? I just, you know, worry,
Yeah,
like we
June
say.
9th, you mean?
Yeah, like I just
Yeah,
worried, like,
that's
oh, our
fine.
meeting is the 2nd, but they have questions for us and we don't have
Yeah.
enough time to,
As long
I
as
don't
it
know.
I'll confirm, because I just wanna make sure they're gonna have enough time to pull the permits before July 1st. So that only gives them like 3 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, just
It's gotta
barely
be
3
quick,
weeks.
All right.
quick turnaround.
I'm sure it is.
But yeah, it seems like it's 3 or 4 weeks for each part of the process, so we should be good.
Once we have those questions answered, then we could make a decision
Yep,
on the rest of the
because I don't
calendar.
know if it's our responsibility, it might not be in the bylaws that we can award it anyway, so.
The permits are issued by the town, not the state, right?
Good question, I don't know.
I can ask that too.
I wouldn't imagine so, right? Because we're not overseeing the work. You know, our building inspector, our inspectors are not overseeing that work. So
The-
why would they sign up on the permits?
The permits are are
I don't know.
the responsibility of the company, of the site work
Yeah.
company that they're pulling the permits, so I don't know if it's,
But the permits have to be given by a municipality, right?
I don't think so, because it's not us doing the work. We'll have to find out.
But the building codes have to be applied from the town, I believe, right? No?
I'm not sure.
I'll ask.
Okay.
I have
That's over
three,
my
I
head.
have 3 questions for them. Are the permits issued by the town or the state, a groundbreaking event, and what is the Recreation Commission's responsibility in awarding the bid?
Okay.
Was there another question? I feel like you had another question, Chris, earlier.
Groundbreaking? You said that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we covered that.
it was something else about the state. You might have wrote it down, I can look after. move on if there's any miscellaneous items that we wanna talk about, or if you have any thoughts on agenda items for our April meeting.
I wanted to, put on our agenda for next month to start talking about the bike rodeo.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask, when is the bike rodeo, because we really need to start
June.
planning that.
It's
Yeah,
in
I think we
June.
already put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the
Uh,
24th or something like that?
The 26th, the Thursday, 5 to 7.
Okay.
Because it's not on our agenda, we can't go too deep in it, but next month we'll go over it and then I can fill you guys in on what we've done so far and
Okay.
all of that.
And is that already, that date's already been approved?
Yep.
Alright.
What was it again, June 27th?
6th,
5 to 7?
yes, 5 to 7.
Okay. Okay.
Are we gonna be involved in the Earth Day cleanup?
No, that's Board of Health,
Okay.
but you're certainly welcome to come.
Yeah, I went last year. It was fun. As fun as it could be, picking up
Yeah.
trash.
Right.
Alright, I don't have anything else.
All right, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Recreation Commission is adjourned at 6:08.